Hello, I'm Dave Karger. It's time for this week's musical matinee here on Turner Classic Movies. This week's selection was an early starring vehicle for one of the most popular recording artists of all time, Bing Crosby. From MGM in 1933, he stars opposite Marion Davies in Going Hollywood. Davies plays a schoolteacher who's bored with her life and desperate for adventure. On a whim, she packs her bags and heads across the country to follow her favorite radio singer, played by Bing Crosby, who's on his way to Hollywood to make a movie. As you'll see, it's Marion Davies who gets top billing in this film, since at the time she was the much more established movie star. Davies had been one of the biggest stars of the silent era, and she managed to make a successful transition to talkies as well. She had a powerful partner in newspaper tycoon William Randolph Hearst, whose production company Cosmopolitan Pictures financed all of her films, including Going Hollywood. It was Marion Davies who made the request to borrow Bing Crosby from Paramount to star opposite her in this film. Crosby had only appeared in a handful of features before this, mostly playing himself, but he was already a wildly successful singer with roughly a dozen records that topped the charts. While Marion Davies is the top-billed star of Going Hollywood, this is really Bing Crosby's film, and it's an excellent showcase for his vocal talents early on in his career. You'll hear him introduce 6 songs written by Arthur Freed and Nasio Herb Brown. Freed went on to become a producer and led MGM's musical production unit in the 1940s and 50s. One of his tunes in the film, Beautiful Girl, may sound especially familiar because Arthur Freed later recycled it in Singin' in the Rain. The score also includes the song Temptation, which became one of Bing Crosby's standards. From 1933, directed by Raoul Walsh, here is Going Hollywood. For Marion Davies, Going Hollywood came at a time when her career was beginning to wind down. She made only 5 more features after this and retired 4 years later in 1937. Bing Crosby, on the other hand, was just getting started. He was still a decade away from the peak of his Hollywood career. In the mid-1940s, Crosby was the #1 box office star in America 5 years in a row, according to the Quigley's annual ranking. During that time, in 1945, he also won a Best Actor Oscar for his performance in Going My Way. He was nominated again a year later for playing the same character, Father O'Malley, in the sequel, The Bells of St. Mary's. Bing Crosby maintained a successful career in movies for 2 more decades, giving his last acting performance in a musical feature film in the 1964 Rat Pack comedy Robin and the Seven Hoods. He made his final big screen appearance in the MGM retrospective That's Entertainment, which featured a clip of a young Bing Crosby singing the title song in Going Hollywood. Up next, Gary Cooper and Patricia Neal star in a 1949 drama based on a novel by Ayn Rand.
Next on TCM, The Fountainhead, then Operation Crossbow, and later, The Romance of Rosie Ridge. Love is in Bloom on TCM today.